It's programs. This video we're going to be looking at the ProPad 6 for PC joystick ports. It's essentially a rebranding of the MoRay pad. I believe they're exactly the same, apart from the little central decal and the printing on the top. They both seem to have the model number of SV227, I think. Anyway, this is a 6-button gamepad for PCs running Windows 95, 98. It will work with DOS games as well. It's just a simple 6-button pad. It's one of the most ergonomic there is. And it has a kind of Microsoft Sidewinder look to it. But unlike the Sidewinder, I can assure you this one will actually work with DOS games. PC game port compatible. It's made by InterAct, who are best known for the Game Shark cheat devices that were popular for the Nintendo 64, the Sony PlayStation. I think they did a Sega Saturn one as well. You see, this example is still in its box. We have a rundown of the features on the side. Join the professional ranks with the ProPad 6. This essential gamepad boasts the same 6-button configuration that has become the standard in video games, and is perfect for fighting, sports and action games. Combine an ergonomic design with 8-way digital direction control and you've got an indispensable piece of gaming hardware. We've got the same thing written in French. Looking at the back, we have perhaps a slightly more detailed amplification of that rundown. We say, system requirements for PC, IBM compatible personal computer with a Pentium 120 or higher processor, Microsoft Windows 95-98 operating system, 16 megabytes of RAM or higher, 2 megabytes of available hard drive space, Sound Blaster compatible sound card. 1. 8-way digital direction control pad. 2 shoulder triggers. 3 fire buttons. Right, you see there's no turbo auto fire. This is as simple as it gets. But is it any good? Well, let's have a look inside. I'm going to unbox this. What do we have here? Introduction, instructions. Oh, would you look at that? It said on the box it required Windows 95, but then we also see setting up the ProPad 6 in Windows 3.x and MS-DOS. 3.x and MS-DOS games that support gaming devices have their own device drivers integrated into their software. Each game configures the gamepad by itself by the looks of things. Each MS-DOS game configures the gamepad differently. You will need to refer to the game manual instructions for calibration. If the game has not been set up for use of a gaming device, the game will default to a keyboard and mouse. Okay, we have that. We've got the registration card in here from InterAct. Yeah, there we go, we've got the Game Shark there. Company's most famous for that little beast of a cheat device. We have the driver floppy for Windows 95 or 98. Interesting. And of course, we have the actual controller itself. Let's turn the light on. Oh, nice. Right, you see it's got very long prongs. If you were to compare it to something more modern, like the DualShock, yeah, those are big grips. Okay, that's nice. So what can I say? It looks a little bit like a Sega Saturn controller, but with really, really, really long grips. It's kind of like Pac-Man, actually. So, no, actually, it's more like the Microsoft Sidewinder, if anything. Got two shoulder triggers that are assigned as 5 and 6. We also have button 5s and 6 here. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have our 8-way directional, which is nice. There's no button here, that's just a sort of fancy moulding. Got the InterAct logo, ProPad 6. We have a P228A. I think that was the same model number as the MoRay pad, which as far as I can tell is absolutely identical. I think maybe the MoRay pad might have been maybe the name that they used to market it in the United States, maybe. And the ProPad is more like the UK European marketing name. I suspect that because the Mako pad was called the Mako pad in the US, but in England they called it the PC PowerPad Pro. Speaking of which, you can tell that little beast has this kind of game port, and so does the ProPad 6. Which means you would plug these up to your Sound Blaster card, or if your motherboard actually already had onboard sound, it might have already had one of these joystick ports, which is very nice to have. On the subject of Sound Blasters, we're talking about these things. MIDI joystick port. And that's what that's for. Yeah, let's just say that this came out at a time when sound cards were actually bigger than graphic cards. I can tell you that, and funny enough, these days most people don't even bother buying a sound card for their gaming rig. Okay, so not much else I can say about this, apart from, well, how does it feel? Well, as I say, it's got really long, quite fat grips, and I tell you, I really get my fingers around that. I like that. My hands are a tad awkward, in which there's more finger than actual hand. Honestly, I find certain things very awkward to hold because I don't have much palm to speak of, but I have really long fingers. This kind of grip really seems to cater for that. And just really grip with these fingers. My fingers just float along the controls. I just hold it like that and they float over the buttons and the directional pads. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. Let's get it. Get it going. I think I'm going to be using this on my custom Pentium computer. And oh, sorry about that. We've got some slight technical errors. We need to. I'll be back in a minute. Right, we've got our ProPad 6 plugged in, firing up the computer. It's a Pentium socket 7, it's running MS-DOS 6.0, I don't have 6.22 on floppies. Yeah, it's running 6.0, circa 1993. Got this thing plugged in, ready for a little bit of gaming action. I'm hoping to try out a recently burnt copy of Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which is one of the rare games for DOS that should actually support all 6 buttons. I think the only other games that are known to do that is Striker 96, Mega Man X, and possibly one of the Mortal Kombat games. Possibly, not 100% sure on that. H, we're going to go into our CD directory. What have we got on there? Install. Okay. Right, turn our speakers on. Install game. Control options, player 1. 6-button joypad. Okay, we can do that. Player 2 can have the keyboard. Select music card. Sound Blaster 16 was detected. Base address. Do I ever remember what this is? 220.7.1. Okay. Install game. Okay. What's that? G. That's my games directory. Right. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Yeah, sorry about technical issues earlier. Things have like gotten a bit plush around here. I mean, like plush kind of luxury. We're having like little fuzzy, smiley, plushy things invade my room. I think I'm slowly getting buried alive in little kawaii plushy things, and I've got this teeny little chibi astronaut bouncing around now, which is pretty cute. It's not really relevant to the prime subject on hand. So be the way of things. It's not all about me, it's not all about you, there are just other things in the room, and don't you do that. Don't cry at me about things. Because the installation is successful. Quit. No, I'll probably regret it, but there you go. Yes. Right, how do we start the game? SSF2T, okay. SSF2T. We're gonna run. We have takeoff. Yeah, sure looks super. Right.
Round 1, fight! Round 1, fight!
Okay, that's not me. Is the game detecting the joypad? Okay, seems to be seen. Oh, there we go. Press button 2 and we have things moving. Okay, we'll see about this. Okay, player 1 control, 6-button joypad. Calibrate joystick 1. Redefine keys for player 2. Can't I redefine the keys for the joypad? Okay, the directional movement is detected. Good.
Brazil. Round 1, fight.
Okay, this is nifty.
You lose. Round 2, fight.
See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 5.
You lose.
Okay, we'll see that I'm not very good at fighting games, generally. But you see that the ProPad works very nicely with this game.
Nine, 8, 7, 6.
What have you been doing with the
Five.
pizza, mate?
All right.
You just gone slam dunked yourself in the pizza sauce. Okay, let's try at faster speed. I occasionally played, I think the first Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. I think I usually played as M. Barson,
Brazil.
mainly because he looked really insane. I quite like that. What is it with M. Barson? I'm saying that though, I love Street Fighter 2 the movie. It's a really
Round
entertaining
1, fight.
film. It is probably the best film ever made. Because of its extremely entertaining
You lose. Round 2, fight.
not much cop at this game, am I? But I think this pad is responsive enough.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Alright, thank you for
5,
watching. A
4,
little review
3,
on the ProPad
2,
6.
1, 0.
Happy gaming. I'll be seeing you again sometime soon. Yes, this will also function well as a simple 1 or 2 button joystick. Oh no. How did I just survive that? You'd think that'd just be like an instant death, really. Oh, precise, but maybe I'm not that precise.